Wait, what? What? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the oldest ages, it's I, E-Ray, the quasi bad guy. This is Let Me Book the Territory. We are back, and we are black, and we are here being the most absurd podcast about wrestling that you will ever hear. Guys, I am so happy to be back. Issues aside, things cost money. And I don't care whether Trump's beautiful bill. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. I don't know. It might be bad. It's bad. Things cost money, but you know what? We're working through it. I got my computer fixed. I'm happy. But speaking of down bad, you know who's in the building. My guy that's dodging bullets with a Bullet Club tee on every week because he's in those Detroit streets. You know who I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Dub Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the car's in the shop. Pretty sure I need a new phone pretty soon. My Fitbit died. Motherfuckers at this job talking to me crazy. But you know what? It's men's mental health month, so that means no one cares. Yeah, I mean it's men's mental health month. That means no one cares. So ball up top. But everything is right with the world because the truth has set me free. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Brody? Brochacho. I see you. Drink your tears away. Push it down deep because that's right.
Bourbon and
Father's Day is
wrestling,
this
baby.
weekend. And guess what? You're not getting anything. You're getting a hat.
Not
and
true.
Shitty,
Getting some pussy.
shitty piece of art. What?
Getting some
You
pussy.
can't say that in the first couple seconds of this podcast. We're not doing that.
Said it twice already.
He
You gonna
did.
go for 3?
I mean, if you would like to just keep making this venture purely a venture of love and never money, yes, go for it. Part 3.
Well, let's be real. The reason we're not going to get any money is because of the richest man in podcasting, because he goes there, gets the t-shirt, comes back, and then tells us
Joe
about it.
Rogan? Oh,
I mean,
you never
Black
heard of
Rogan
Joe
himself.
Rogan?
Yes, I am talking about B.A.
Rogan.
DiBiase.
Blow
I mean, let's be real. He called himself Hollow Man on this recording. Big Hollow Man fans here. That movie's crazy. A lot of some grape happens in that movie.
I can't
Like,
even.
come on. What's up,
That's how we
BA?
started.
What's good?
It's
It's BA DiBiase, aka Hollow Man, this evening because I saw Hollow Man earlier today. I just had it on in the background, and I was like, you know what? That Hollow Man is something else. Let me tell you.
Just having Hollow Man on in the background, just as you go about your day, is nuts.
As you reconcile,
It's such a great movie.
Oh my! It is a fantastic movie. It is
how-
legitimately
Going
the,
from
like,
Attack on
thought
Titan to
process.
Hollow Man is BA.
It's incredible.
You got to get back into therapy, man.
I literally have therapy appointment tomorrow. So
Is it working? You
Tell
might need
your
to say to the
therapist.
I'm gonna tell her that I watch Hollow Man. She's gonna be like, "What's that movie?" I'm like, "Oh, just watch it and get back with me. Tell me your thoughts after."
Then she's gonna put you on a 72-hour hold.
I want to say this, BA. I don't like this because we will be laughing and doing the same things. BA is the only other man I know that has a woman therapist. What does that say about us? I don't know.
Hey,
Stay tuned. Dub, you got a woman therapist too?
absolutely.
You're a piece of shit. Oh, sorry. Ladies and
You're
gentlemen,
not wrong.
welcome to the game. And speaking of the game, Triple H heard us and said, you know what? I gotta figure out how to beat these allegations. So Money in the Bank happened, and yeah, world may never be the same. I don't know. Where do we start with this? Did we like it? Did
So,
we love it?
before we
Do
get started,
want more of it.
We want more of it. I got to know from both of you guys, which Money in the bank match did you like better, the men's or the women's?
That's hard. Like,
we do this every year.
We do.
The same thing every year.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm interested to see if BA agrees with you because we know how he feels on one subject.
Fact.
Well, the women's Money in the Bank was nice.
So well, the women,
because y'all know y'all want. That's what everybody's here for, to hear my take on the women's Money in the Bank. I already know.
Nice. Yeah, we established that. But everyone's here for me and me talking about women. So
put yourself over the moment.
There you go.
There it is. 5 minutes in. Let it rain and down. Let it rain.
BET award for putting himself over. The Icon Award. BA, go ahead and just like say some stuff. Go full Jamie Foxx. Take up 35 minutes. Do your whole stand-up special. Yeah, and then cry a little bit too. We need to get these ratings out of here. I seen what's his man named Woody McClain crying on the Cam Newton podcast. Go ahead and shed some tears, brother. We out of here.
Might as well. The women's match I felt like was better this year because the men's had too many gimmicks going on. It was too much of the fireball ladder. Like, I didn't have to put that on the ladder. Like, if they're gonna put that on the ladder, I put it on all the ladders. Like, you might as well sell out, you know? Right. The involvement of Seth's cronies and the bloodline and JC Mateo was on my TV in a singlet. Like, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Can I ask a serious question really quickly?
Yes, you can.
Slight detour, but I do want to get you guys' thoughts. Wise man, if you're still there, I know he's not. You can chime in on this as well. We need to know, singlet or Applebee's wait staff manager, which one is the worst JC Mateo look? JC Chazé.
I hate the singlet look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a fan. It's like it screams indie wrestler to me. It screams indie.
I don't know what it is. It's just wrong.
That's like, what bothers you about it? I just hate that all his singlets seem so shiny. They look like gimp suits.
Yeah. Doesn't it have like a big ass JC on the front of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I promise you, it looks like WWE 2K25, where you can pick the material and you just went like metallic. and then like the loser logo, like, oh yeah, my name is JC Mateo. JC. Yeah. Like, I could make this if I was like being a generic creator wrestler. That's what it feels like to me. Let that man go out there with no shirt and some like cool pants or something. Give him a look like a Fat Roman look, or I don't know, something else. Maybe the short shorts, maybe the Trick Williams shorts. I don't know, but that singlet is ass.
The singlet, like, essentially, it's the fact that he ain't got no neck either.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm sorry, large rhino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like larger rhino.
I was gonna say Rhino's pretty large
now Rhino.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rhino. You catching all kinds of strays for no reason.
Shout out to Rhino.
He just
runs a great indie up here in Michigan.
Yeah, go to it. Support the
Plan
indies.
on it.
But yeah, that's just so bothersome, and it just doesn't look right, and it doesn't fit the Solo. Like, I think, and this might be worth mentioning. Solo has become my second favorite character of 2025, and it's a tight race. He's doing the work, but we gotta clear and I'm sorry, I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart World for all my Switch 2 fans out there. Ding. I need a sponsorship right here.
Add
Brought
E-Ray
to you by
to your Switch
2 moment of the week.
Friends, and race him in Mario Kart World. He'll beat you.
And I will. All you stupid ass kids. Sorry. It's not true, because those kids have been whipping my ass. Because they're not kids. Kids cannot afford this system. This is a bunch of grown ass thirsty, stroking adults that already have a million points. Regardless, yes, I can't help it. There's like the one who has the crown right now, and then they got two people that are coming up behind them. They might have a red shell and something else. My clear, far and away favorite character of 2025
Mr.
right
Iguana.
Yeah.
You're definitely a Mr. Iguana guy. You saw when Lince Dorado hit him in the chest and then he fell down and did the iguana pose, and you were like, "Yep, he's got it. Give me the T-shirt. I need the puppet." You were all in.
I'm
But
not there
continue.
yet. Everybody else is so onto this Mr. Iguana thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even watch fucking. I'm not
You
watching
didn't watch Worlds of
Triple H.
Collide,
No.
I didn't either.
What is this?
brothers?
I watched highlights. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all you got out of me.
I
Oh.
was watching.
And I caught
was
the
in
end of
supermarket.
Vikingo and Chad Gable.
Yeah.
That was it.
I was in the supermarket. You started that shit at 2 o'clock in the afternoon
Right, wrestling.
I-
Jeez.
on a Saturday. You know, I'm sitting there enjoying family time in the supermarket. Come home and watch Sinners. Watch Michael B. Jordan get spit in his mouth. I was like, that's
Ugh.
crass. That's crass. That's intense. I ain't got time to watch Mr. Iguana. Okay, we got a whole different family dynamic going on here. But I
It's
say it to
family
say,
shit y'all talking about.
I say that to say, Naomi, favorite character of 2025.
Ooh.
She's on a roll. And when I say she's hitting all cylinders, she's hitting all cylinders. The look, the music, and the social media. She ain't missing. And I love it. I'm like, God damn, she's good. Like, I don't know what's happening. Again, I think that heel juice just unlocks a secret character in everybody or most people. And she is going fucking hard. I love it.
So, are they tied for number one, New Day and Naomi, for the Kendrick Lamar Hater of the Year 2025?
I mean,
They're up
Like,
there.
I mean,
It's tough.
Triple H might still be fighting the allegations, but we ain't. This is very,
You
very
know,
black.
one allegation that Triple H will never beat, the allegation of him listening to this show, because we broke down on this pod.
Wait. No. We're not going there. We're not going there. We're not doing that.
I broke down on this pod how cool I thought it would be for Naomi to get that briefcase and why it would work. And then lo and
Excuse
behold,
me?
it happened.
I could have swore that I was the one that predicted that she was gonna win the Money in the Bank in the first place.
And I said that sounds too much like right, so they weren't gonna do it because TKO
Right.
was on a tirade that week. or
Again,
last
I
week.
said this is what they should do, but then I picked Stephanie. I don't know. I had a feeling they were going to go with the hot hand that they called up.
Oh yeah. Who did I say? I don't remember, but I love Naomi. I think I
But
thought
yeah.
Roxanne maybe or somebody. Who knows?
I think you did
Whatever.
say Roxanne.
Either way, let's get
You're
to
thirsty.
the shits. Money in the Bank happened, and you said which one was better? Clearly, it was the women because the women's fucking card was stacked, even with Julia. It's stacked.
Hey,
The men, no, I mean that to say because again, I believe in my heart of hearts, and Julia has been doing a pretty bang up job on the main roster. I give her all credit. I'm taking nothing away from her, but I will say particularly, if Chelsea Green, their nose wasn't broken, that would have been so fucking loaded. I wouldn't know which way we were going with it, and that's what I was saying. I was like, okay, I'm positive Julia's not winning, but other than
Well,
that,
we knew Julia wasn't winning the second she went after Zelina and held up that U.S. title. It was like, all right, clearly you're not worried about the world title, so that means you're not winning this
that what-
briefcase.
is that really what told you she wasn't gonna win? Too? Really?
I mean, that solidified it for me. I mean, I could say her promo work. The fact that she's
Nope,
only
nope,
been
we're
there
not
for a
doing that.
couple of weeks. Again, did I say her promo work? Yeah, I wasn't sold, but I was open to being wrong. It doesn't happen often, but I was open to it. But the second she attacked Zelina on SmackDown and held up the U.S. title, I was like, oh, clearly not winning Money in the Bank.
The moment I seen her win her qualifying match,
I mentioned her promo.
You're not winning this. Why is this happening? But fine, they put her in it, and I thought it would be a good foil for her and Roxanne to go. And that's why I thought, okay, Roxanne probably isn't going to win because Julia's in it. Great. I looked at it. I was like, Rhea probably isn't going to win, but I feel like a TKO move would be for Rhea to win. So I probably went Rhea. But I was like, in my heart, I need Naomi to get that belt, or I need her to get that briefcase because that's going to be fun because she is my favorite character this year.
The Rapid and Caution tape. Woo!
Exactly.
It's going to sell.
But again, the women's match, women's Money in the Bank match, fire. They had nothing but workers in there. Mm-hmm. This was fucking fun. And I was like, usually there's always like one or two people that you're like, okay, you can count on them missing a spot, slowing the action down. But you had all these women that can go. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And again, I say it almost every year, but this was one of my favorite. This wasn't my favorite, but this was one of my favorite. I think it was like 2 years ago was my favorite Money in the Bank match. I was like, that shit was crazy.
This was my favorite result, but I'm not sure if it was my favorite women's Money in the Bank. Yes. I will say with the men's Money in the Bank, it was much better than I thought it was going to be.
That's true.
I thought it was going to be like, 10 minutes of a match, the Bronze killing people, Seth getting the belt, or even worse, one of them getting the briefcase and dropping it to Seth. Yeah, for, again, LA Knight, man, fucking worker in this match. He might be a Money in the Bank lifer. I'm not sure how much, that adds to his career. It might shorten it, actually.
0 for 3.
0 for 3. I need him to go 0 for 5.
But damn,
Chad fucking Gable, Grande Americano from the Gulf of America.
Get it right.
Did work in this match.
He doesn't have a tattoo.
Yeah, he did.
You're right.
But it's like, this is the thing. That's different.
Yes.
The women's Money in the Bank match had a bunch of workers, but they're also at the top. Like Stephanie Vaquer is on fire. You're welcome. I called this so long ago. As soon as I said, like, oh, I need this on my TV. And I love everybody else trying to imitate Booker T. Yes, this podcast has been doing that forever.
Years.
You're welcome. Enjoy. But once again, I'm like, this is what we need. I love it. The men's had top tier Seth Rollins, top tier LA Knight.
Yeah.
And then and then it's like, okay.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Yeah, because
Grande Americano and his twin Chad Gable are operating at an elite level right now.
Wrestling. I'm talking about major guys that when you heard Grande Americano, you was like, oh yes. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Stop playing with me.
Listen,
knock that shit off.
Listen,
we're not doing that.
This match also had Penta
might be the
in
name
it.
Of this episode. We not doing that today.
And let's be real, they love Penta. So
sure,
another top tier guy. Solo, who you picked to win the Money in the Bank match, because you love what he's doing character work so much.
I do.
Because he's the Omarion from Fat Albert. Because you're the one out of the Jacob 3 people that like that movie.
That's what but he's not Jacob Fatu. Like, again, Solo, great. I don't mind Solo. But I think, honestly, if we're being 100% honest, Solo he's great. He's great. But again, when you hear him, if you're like, okay, and let's say you were going to Raw was in town, and Solo was in the main card, does that make you go?
Depends on who it's against.
Precisely. If the main card is announced and Jacob Fatu is in there, you're going.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's against a fucking towel, you're going.
Yeah, I
don't care if it's Mr. Iguana's Iguana, you're going.
Dropping down 75, all gas, no brakes.
Yada I mean.
Yada I mean.
Now, I think it's what I'm saying again. we may love, we have an affinity for him, we see where it's going, but in this current juncture, it's not there. And then you have Grande Americano, not Chad Gable. So it's like, okay, I get it. Same person, but still, it's like, he's not winning. And then Andrade, and you're like, great worker, but bruh, you got the Zelina Vega effect right now. And it's very hard to just be like,
no pop, but he definitely held that match together.
Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
And that's what I mean. The match itself was way better than the pomp and circumstance of it. It was like it was a reverse WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
WrestleMania was like, oh my God, we can't wait to see this. And then what we seen was like, okay. This was like, I'm not really excited about this. And then it happened like, okay, they fucking working. And that's okay. But I'm just saying that, again, my initial reaction to it was like, yeah, I wasn't that excited about the women or about the men. So the women automatically had that oomph plus their workers. They put a lot of great workers in the men's match, and they even did some cool spots, but it just didn't have the same like everything that you wanted. And we pretty much knew Seth was winning.
That Mexican Destroyer on the ladder,
start to finish,
was one of the coolest spots ever. Loved it. Just wanted to throw that.
I'll
out
let you
there.
have it.
I just wanted to throw that one out there.
Okay.
How about Braun Breaker's spear where he jumped like 9 feet?
I love that. And just ricocheting off you.
Split El Grande Americano in half.
The camera angle, you're like, what's he doing? Did he fall? Humans can't jump that far. And you're like, oh, he can fly.
Dude, that has to hurt so bad to take them spears from him.
As I shall speed.
Pause.
He's still dead.
Big pause.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He would have been at the BET Awards, but he died. Rest in peace. Can we have the login to your channel? Just live stream, let me book from I Shall Speed. What the fuck is this? All right.
That'd be awesome.
One of those checks.
Millions.
That's all we need.
Millions.
We out of here, ladies.
Just one.
So just one. That's what we got. That's what we got BA for. We got to get BA back to mentally stable, and we're going to get some. We're going to get some sponsorships, baby. I don't care. We fucking. Hey guys, Blue Chew.
They got a
dick rock.
Yeah, I mean, as much as BA hated that Fireball spot, let me tell you what, Fireball executives, if you're listening, BA will change his tune quickly. You put a check in his hand, he will have a logo right over his left shoulder.
I'll change 100%. My name to Fireball if you want me to.
Egg McMahon. Whatever.
100%.
Oh man.
Hashtag will sell out.
Will sell out. We have so much. You see this box?
All this
if you're listening here? To this for your visual pleasure, we have so many spaces for ads. Many spaces.
You see all those shelves behind me with games on them? Your logo could be right there.
Prize Picks.
All you got to do is prop me up like Murphy and RoboCop and send me on my way to start talking to sponsors.
I don't have a heart to do it. This is why I'm also not rich. To be rich, you have to be cutthroat and disgusting of a human being. You cannot convince me different. I don't have that. I'm a dickhead in the present, but I'm nice at heart. So I'm like, yeah, I got we'll do enough.
Y'all some Jay Uso's geek glasses? I'll get some glasses just like that. And they say Amazon right across.
All right.
Bezos, what's good,
selling real estate on his body. Just patch me up like NASCAR, motherfucker. M&M's.
What? Absolutely. Man, NASCAR saw that Fireball ladder and they was jealous of how much WWE is selling out. They like, damn.
Dove right on my forehead. Got a tattoo of Dove. What up? It's E-Ray, the quasi Dove bad guy.
There was a next level sellout move where they had the Cash App on the Money in the Bank cases during the event. But if y'all noticed on Monday Night Raw, they did not have those. They did not have the Cash App on there. So I was like, damn, that's so.
They only pay for that one night. Yeah, right. This real estate costs money. That's what this is.
WWE goes by old school rub and tug rules. You got to pay to play.
You gotta pay each time.
Every time. Ain't no freebies, buddy. Oh, you know I'm a little short. Well, sorry for you.
So bad.
Handle it yourself.
The
Next.
massage of it is like you get to see replays and your stuff is on that in the replays. But if you want it on the live shit,
Right.
nah, you gotta pay up every time.
Every single time.
Tage.
Tuggy $5.
They slap us every time.
Back to the matches at hand.
That being said, we'll sell out and you don't have to pay us for every single episode. One lump sum.
Right.
You got us for
That's
3
negotiable.
months.
That's negotiable. But
3
either
months.
way,
Quarterly
Hey.
sell out.
advertisers, see this cup? Blank. Logo. This could be you.
Morgan and Morgan.
Oh, yeah. Long as y'all.
Shut the fuck. Yeah, E-Ray, shut the fuck up. For the money they pay in WWE, your t-shirt would just be Morgan and Morgan patches with a Morgan and Morgan chain,
I wear
black
Morgan
and yellow
Morgan chain.
headphones.
Look, be it. I'll do it.
I would.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Jingle ball. Oh, baby. Yeah, you okay? I'll do it. Leave it, brother. It's okay, BA. One day we'll get there, guys.
Yeah, Tostinos logo right here.
Mhm.
Pizza rolls. We enjoy them as children.
and the fans. We want to sell you products that you already like to use anyway. I know y'all a bunch of degenerates is listening to us anyway, so we're gonna find them.
True.
But we're on the road. Once BA is back, he's
Speed
right now.
stick.
He's just A.
You got a captive
Right.
audience of wrestling fans, and they
He'll
need
be
you.
back
Right.
episodically. But moving right along down those streets, can I say perhaps the best match of the night was not the matches that were the namesake of the pay-per-view?
Was it
Dare
the
I
main
surprise
event?
you with what my match of the night is? But I would like to hear y'all's first. Or do y'all want to hear mine first? I don't, however we want to do it.
So my match of the night, honestly, for the surprise factor, was the men's Money in the Bank because I didn't expect it to be good so much that like I was so
Wow.
pleasantly surprised that I was like, I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. I am happy.
I've done that
That being
before.
said, I'm willing to admit the women's match might have been better, but because I was expecting it to be so good, I was like, oh, okay, this is about what I expected. The men's match, I was like, this is so much better than I expected, even with the clear-cut winner being Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah,
that-
the men's match was good, and I would like to go back and rewatch Money in the Bank because I was fighting. I was Cuba Gooding Jr. swinging at the air fighting my sleep at that point because we had a full day. I think after Centers went off or something, it was like, all right, let's turn this on. Then the replay wasn't done yet, so I started watching something else like the Tylenol murders. We were just, oh god, sleep. Oh, well, finally, Money in the Bank preview, and then it was oh great, now I can watch the whole thing. I probably finished it like
Peacock has to do better about that, man.
Huh?
So Peacock has to do better about that.
It's been how many years? It's over. They don't care.
They
They,
just don't
ran
care. They
off
don't
with the
care.
bag.
Yeah, I was about
Okay.
to say Peacock don't give a shit
Guess
no
what?
more. They know
You're
that
here
contract
now.
is up.
Yeah, they don't care. They know they just gonna ride this
Right.
out, and then everything will be on Netflix.
Exactly. That's all I'm
That-
waiting for.
That's gonna be
That's-
the era right there.
That's it. But Peacock's so incompetent. Money in the Bank ended, and then it just ended. I couldn't even actually watch the press conference. And I love the press conferences. I didn't get to see it. Pissed. But I digress. BA, what was your match of the night?
I would have to say the men's match because of the surprises, like Dub said. I want to say the women's match, but I can't do that here. So
Saying gimmick. I can't do that shit.
It's got to be the men's match.
So sorry.
Because of the fact, all the surprises, it was entertaining.
What are all the surprises? A
The
fireball ladder?
fact that the solo and Jacob turn and or the Jacob turn on Solo, because we've been waiting for that for months.
I hate you so
And he
much.
said it.
Breaker leaping across the football field.
Right.
The fact that the match was just so much better than expected.
LA Knight almost making a run at the end, and they almost sold me on LA Knight about to
Yeah.
randomly win the
was
briefcase.
They got me stand up on that one. I was like, "Are we here? Is it
Finally.
the night era? The night?"
Nope.
Well, tonight's the night. Please, my whole crewmates, G's. Nope.
That's what Paul Heyman said. My whole
Tonight's the
crewmates
night,
G's
baby.
and
So blow
You
up
ain't
on
getting
these tonight.
Nope.
tonight is the night.
That's right. No one knows what that song is. It's okay. I have to
Goddamn young people.
say, for the same surprise factor is where I chose my match of the night.
Main event.
And it was neither one of the Money in the Bank matches. It was, again, I may not beat the allegations, but this got to be a surprise to people. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch.
Really?
I was like, what? Because I was like, this match.
It was a
is
good
gonna be
match.
Ass. And I was just like, this, I don't care about.
You thought it
this
was
at
going to be
all.
ass?
I just didn't care because it was like, I don't care about this.
Okay.
And then they got to working, and I was like, invest. I was like, okay, this is like good. And then they were working stiff even, and I was like, this is fun. And then it turned up, and then they were going back and forth specials and I was like, they going like fucking Rock Austin and this shit. I was like, this is kind of dope. And then after it all ended, I was like, okay, that was a good match. Then the fun stuff is, belt me, bitch. Raise my hand. Say that shit. Put the belt around my waist. And then she catches a German suplex for a trouble. I enjoyed. They did that really well. The only thing that would have been better is if she didn't just leave out, because she should have laid her out and then laid the belt across her and did like a curtsy or something. That's some real asshole shit.
That'd have been good.
But again, we started by saying, oh, we don't really care about Lyra Valkyria and this title run. Becky and her have some incredible chemistry that have been week to week building up to like, oh, I think I care. I think I care. And then they put on a fantastic match, do the belt change. This whole time, Lyra has been on fire with the promos. Like, I think I'm in. I think I'm into this.
Here's what worries me about this whole thing is now that they're moving on to Becky and Bailey for presumably the future going into SummerSlam.
Or maybe
if Lyra moves to something new, we'll see, keep that momentum going. That's what worries me.
Fair
because
concern.
For sure.
it's clear Becky came
keep
back
the
with
fire.
a stated mission of I'm going to get my fellow countrywoman over. I think she's the shit. And it's worked.
Rightfully so.
Like,
Apparently
top to
she
bottom,
is.
it has worked because we didn't give two fucks about this run at all. We were just calling her the bird lady and it was whatever. But two matches on this run right now with Becky, both of them have been fucking fire. Lyra sounds like she knows what she's been doing for the whole time and just needed to bring it out. But if she moves on, it's like, is it still there? That's my concern. But I'm with you, E. This match was amazing.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
That's why I was like, that's my match of the night, because I enjoyed the ladder match, of course, all the stuff, but that one was the surprise of the night for me. I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect that at all.
And I think the
And
best
then-
part about that match is that the next night on Monday Night Raw, it brought us back. BBL Bailey. BBL Bailey.
In white.
I don't
Now
like the way
in
you
white,
said that.
BA's favorite color. White is right.
I don't like the way you said that, BA.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit
Hey,
Uh,
you feel right.
at all. But you're right. And
Thicker than
Bailey
a
comes
Snicker.
back. And I'm like, okay. And I liked it.
Bailey, come back. You can blame it all on me. There was something in every match without you. Bailey, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you.
BA is like, I don't.
Yeah, it's like
I don't care. That's
White
crazy.
man stuff.
But it's okay.
white man
everything-
stuff. What? You don't like yacht rock? You don't
I
rock with
mean-
Hall and Oates?
I have some Hall and Oates on my playlist.
It's like, I got some oats in the cabinet. My kids eat oats.
Right. They eat
I used to run
oatmeal.
through the
You
hall.
don't listen to no Kenny Rogers? Come on now.
Yeah. Oh, Kenny.
You don't know when to hold them? Know when to fold them?
Know when to hold them. I'm hip.
I'm hip. I'm cool, guys.
Hello,
I'm
fellow
hip.
youth.
Shake a tail feather. Um,
Yeah,
was
BA.
anything else worth discussing from Money in the Bank?
There's one thing. No A. Marie. There's just one thing that got me tripping.
I was like, it's just one thing. Okay, let's talk about it. Main event, right?
You want to talk about it?
Talk about the main event, right?
First thing, I want to just put this out to all the haters out there. That Cody Rhodes pop is still real. I know y'all hate him for whatever fucking reason, but that whoa,
Who hates it? I don't see Cody Rhodes hate.
specifically black women on Twitter.
Yeah, I was like, that still happens, I'm sure.
Yes.
Even though I ain't been on Twitter in a grip. I'm sure
I don't-
that
I
Discord
don't know when
is
it
still out
started
there.
with black. So you know what? I know what it is, and I don't want to be that guy, but the black women in the wrestling diaspora seem to hate everyone that black guys really are fans of. They hate LA Knight. They hate Tiffany. They hate Nikita. They're getting sick of Jacob. They hate Cody.
They sick of Jacob. What?
They're getting sick of Jacob.
Is
Well,
this
who are
real?
these? Bring
I
these
don't think
women
the
to the
internet's a real
to the
place.
front of the
Yeah, I
courtroom
think
here.
Dub is just Dub. You too deep.
The
into the
Jacob
weeds.
stuff
I've
is
seen none of it.
crazy. I've seen the Cody stuff, but I can't believe that women are hating on
I
Jacob
get the.
Fatu
I
for
get
what?
the.
The Jacob stuff is growing. It's growing because Jacob's a threat to their man Roman,
Oh,
and their thirst over Roman. Let me tell
I
you.
ain't seen that, but
Now
okay.
their hate for Tiffany comes from the feud with Naomi, and them feeling like, you know, the whole thing of black men choosing white women, blah 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 blah, and Triple H not beating those allegations.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
semi valid, but
We'll come back to Dub, our Twitter streets correspondent, to check this out in a few weeks. We'll give it 2 weeks and see where it simmers, because it don't matter to me. But
they don't like
We
Jay
had-
either.
we had Cody Rhodes and one Mr. Yeet, Mr.
Four
versus-
letters, one word.
versus Logan Paul, the most hated man. Now, what are the Twitter
Cleveland's
streets saying about
own
him? What are the
Logan
Twitter streets
Paul.
saying about him? What you got? Dub?
So the streets are like us, frustrated that he's so good at this because they don't want to like him because they actually don't like him as a person.
Gots to
But
respect.
like he's just like
Gots to respect.
he's just so fucking good at this.
He's very good, and he looks the part as well. That's the biggest difference. Most of the other people that are pretty good at this, they don't look the part. Logan
Bad
Paul
Bunny does not look the part.
at all. Logan Paul looks like anybody else on the roster, or like he's on the roster. He may have just received his herbal supplement package to his mail recently.
From Uncle
'Cause,
Alan.
like I don't know, like the Tour de France, some cycling looked like it started. I'm just saying.
He on the same supplements LeBron is on.
No, he got the Stallone package.
that Rocky 4 pack.
Yeah, you hit that like, why you believe in me?
So you're saying Logan Paul will be in Expendables 20?
He doesn't
Logan
might.
Paul will literally be in Expendable 17.
Leading the team with his best friend, I Show Speed, or what's left of I Show Speed in a wheelchair.
After he steps on a landmine. You guys don't leave me behind.
I Show Speed will definitely be the Mickey Rourke of Expendables 20, giving this long-winded speech about how he used to be something. And you're like,
Braun Breaker speared him out his boots.
and you're watching this like, what the fuck is happening? Why is he trying to go for an Oscar in this terrible ass movie?
Because character development, baby. And won 13 rounds. The never before seen 17 Curtsy Mania. You can't see him again after this date. Merch Machine Juan China. I loved it. I enjoyed this match way more than I want to admit. I think they did so many things right. And then they did
The thing. The thing.
And I was like, oh. Oh. Fantastic. Bullissimo. It was great. I love BA's deadpan reaction to everything. So BA, what was it for you that made you go from this face to that face? Like slightly happier, but not really.
Right. I was on my John Cena stuff. I'm just trying to be a heel, man. No. This
Were you
match,
watching live, BA? That's my first question.
I did watch live. I did watch live.
Because we were in the chat and I didn't want to ruin it. I just said, oh my God. And then shout out to Wiseman. Wiseman kind of ruined it. I was like, oh, I hope they watching live.
I was watching live.
When he sent it, I seen it, I was like, but I didn't know it was out of context. But I was like, well, I know something. But okay. Well, I was all right, whatever.
Things are happening.
I was shocked.
Was that your shock face?
I was sitting there like, oh no, it's R-Truth again. That's exactly what I said.
Oh no, it's R-Truth again. You might not be able to beat the allegations. Maybe it's not Triple H booking this. Maybe it's all NBA.
No,
BA needs to start doing watch-alongs of just being deadpan bored, watching one of his favorite
voiceovers. This roster.
Oh, it's R-Truth again. Me, hey, BA, how'd you feel? I love the show. It was great.
Really can't imagine watching anything that was better.
BA's going full Dario on us.
Oh shit. I was legitimately shocked. I was trying to figure out who it was. I was like, who's this black man tackling John Cena? And I was like, oh
shit, it's Javon Evans.
Shit. Right.
It's Javon Evans actually from the future.
It's too big. He was too big.
Thanks, Dope.
There you go.
No problem. Trying to do something and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a shock because they never ever backtrack like that. Like they never let the people feel like they're in control of the show. At least Vince did it. So
I mean,
who's the one time?
Matt Hardy.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Matt Hardy.
Cody Rhodes. It literally just happened.
Cody.
They were gung ho on The Rock versus Roman, not making any sense at all, just doing it because wrestling, and they reversed course because they had to because the people was like, man, fuck that. Cody.
Oh yeah, good point.
That whole thing happened. That was the original. Was that Vegas? Or that was Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
It happened in Vegas.
No, Philly.
Yeah.
Philly.
No, but the press conference happened in
Yeah.
Vegas. That was
Philly.
Yeah, it was Philly. It was for Philly.
Hollywood is when Cody lost.
Yes,
That's right. Thank you. Okay, got it.
So I'll say this: in the rare occasion, they never go back on things like that, especially for a black man to get
especially
rehired
for
back.
firing. That's the difference, or like let go. I can see like story stuff that they'll be like, yeah, we can curve it here, curve it there, and then act like that was our whole plan all along. But yeah,
Right.
when somebody's released, they're like tough titties. Nigga. You might see them in like a year or two when we maybe bring them back because we're bored or give them another chance.
Or we give them a Rumble shot and like they get a good pop at the Rumble and they're like, you know what you doing tomorrow?
Right.
Go
Hey,
to
you,
Raw.
you was in TNA heating up. Come on back. Yeah, but
AJ Francis.
not just like, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's do it and actually seemingly give a push. So as we've done alluded, yes, R-Truth came back with the I don't even know what he had. Did he have on like a fucking double shiesty or
Yeah.
something?
That's what it
He
looked
couldn't
like.
see himself.
Yeah.
And then
He went full one, yeah.
yeah, that was crazy. It's an ON.
He's an on.
Yeah. He pulled off the hood and then the double shiesty. It was like, it's R-Truth. I was like, yeah. I felt so happy.
It gave you all
let
the feels. It was those kid feels of you got this big surprise in this thing, and you were like, this is why I love this ridiculous thing called wrestling.
it very much felt like I joke a lot, but I love the movie Wanted. And when the main character is like this the Curve the Bullets movie where he's
I
flinging
know.
bullets.
Watched it hundreds of times.
Same. It was like my go-to movie. And then like when he doesn't know anything, he's all like, "Oh, I'm so scared." And then he goes through his anime arc and he starts doing this shit. And then every time he successfully does something, he's yeah. That's literally what happened. Yeah. He sticks his hand constantly in his fucking loom and just shit, just like crushing his fingers. Then he looking at it. He sticks his hand in it. Yeah. Kicks the dude who has two machetes, slicing the hell out of him. Slices his face, gives him a Spartan kick. What does he do, Dub? Yeah. Yeah. That was me when R-Truth popped out and had to give him a yeah. And I was so excited. And then he took off and I was like, yes. And I'm thinking, okay, now we are going to get everything that I was thinking about beforehand about all the maybe he's inserted with John Cena and maybe he can somehow win this belt, maybe. But even if he doesn't, it's R-Truth, so it'll just be fun with the Ron Cena all this stuff. And then Monday happens. So are we ready to go to Monday? We've closed Money in the Bank. We're good.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Monday.
Where your scissors at?
Oh, you want me
you doing it live on the air?
Gotta take the pod
for the
take
stream.
the pod to the next level, guys.
Big AR would never talk to us again.
Yeah,
We would be disinvited from Casa de Ire for forever.
Can I'll tell y'all off mic, but I'll save that one. I'll tell you off mic. But Monday, we get R-Truth appearing out of the crowd, and we're like, oh gosh, where's this going? Is he about to snap? Is he about to be talking to little Jimmy again? He about to go crazy. And he had the hair locked in the little ponytails. I'm like, man, it might be time to let that go, R. And what did he do? He got up there and start cutting such a promo. The promo he cut was so fantastic. And I'm like, he cut so well. I'm like, that shit cut through all the noise. It got straight to my emotions. And I immediately was like, this might be the best thing that John Cena has done. And it ain't got nothing to do with him. Technically. Like on the back end, there's stories of things of that nature. But just saying in front of the camera as he's still developing his heel John thing, here comes Ron Killings, and he tells you, truth is back. truth is me. And he said, I'm not no sideshow. I'm not no joke. I'm not no gimmick. And then he said, y'all getting me, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Ron Killings. And then he cuts his hair and immediately becomes the father from Good Times.
John Amos.
James Evans.
James Evans.
James, damn.
Why?
Easy grandpa.
Good times. Ain't we looking, we got him. Do. Ron Kelly. He gets up there and he pulls out some scissors. Audible gasp. All the white people remembered. Oh, we're scared of black people. What are they gonna do?
Black man, sharp
us.
item. Oh my god.
He's gonna kill us. The gasp was audible. It sounded like the beginning of Nelly, EI.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. He about to cut his hair off.
Yeah, and then Ron cut the locks, and then he told us everything, and he left. And I was like, bet I'm with it. I'm excited. Even if he does not go back to the main title picture, which I think would be criminal if he didn't, I'm curious to see Ron Killings just terrorizing the locker room.
I'm interested.
I'm
Second greatest
excited.
Ron Killings promo of all time. The first one was his appearance in NWA when he called Vince McMahon a racist on live television.
Ooh.
Yeah, back in like 2002 or
It was-
2003. Yeah,
Which is crazy because
that's prime Vince.
Vince loves him.
Yeah, but it's like right after he
Always,
got
but-
fired the
yeah.
first time.
Interesting.
And he went on to become the first
NWA champion.
black NWA champion.
Yeah.
And Vince loves people that call him out for some reason. Vince is a sicko
Yeah,
like
he's-
that, as
he's
we
a
all know.
blood-
Yeah.
Talk.
Call me a
shit.
racist.
I'm a masochist.
Yeah. Call me a racist.
Oh,
And I'm gonna go fuck this black chick.
where's my balls?
Where's my head?
Where's my balls?
Where's my Mark Henry?
Vince, Mark Henry isn't here. I think Diddy took it. He called him the Punisher.
Where's my Mark Henry? Can I have some of that?
Vince, the Bobby Lashley is still here.
The Bobby Lashley
Right.
is crazy.
The dildo and the wrestler. He's not fired
cook
yet.
angle for you. You suck. Yeah, cook angle. Moving right along. Speaking of comebacks,
Whoa.
double entendre. Don't even ask me how. Nikki Bella back in WWE.
I think she's just here for the pay-per-view.
Hey guys, remember when she beat her husband and then when he called the cops, she said, "Why would you do that? Now you're gonna ruin my career. I'm gonna beat your ass some more." No?
I'm sorry.
Didn't he
You don't remember
lose
that?
this divorce too? Didn't he lose? Like,
No, she lost.
I thought he lost.
She's
No.
paying him
No,
alimony.
he
Damn.
was
Hey
there
guys,
for the
remember when she
stars,
pressured John Cena into proposing to her at WrestleMania and then left him a year later because he didn't want to father children with her?
which she knew.
No? Okay.
Look, I didn't want to do this. Dub is doing it. Dub's doing the thing that I did not want to do, and I didn't want to do it because oftentimes I'm trying to remember in the case, and again, maybe we don't do it, but just in case we do it, I wanted to try to give her some grace as well, because I'm sure there's some male wrestlers that get brought back, and we be like, oh yeah, he's back, and they're terrible pieces of shit.
Hey guys, remember when she left Dolph Ziggler, even though Dolph Ziggler was madly in love with her, for John Cena, and then continued to flirt with Dolph Ziggler behind John Cena's back?
Is this
No.
kayfabe or no?
Oh no, this is real life. Everything I'm
Jesus.
saying is 100%
Dub
true,
just
brother.
going off, huh?
I do.
I didn't want to do this, but I know all of this. So I'm like, The
Like
only
there
thing-
aren't too many wrestlers I despise as a person more than Nikki Bella. And don't worry, BA, you couldn't do this because of the way you talk about women's wrestlers. Because I love women's wrestling so much, I'll do this. I have no problem with it.
Well,
I hope she goes to Evolution and gets fucking buried by whoever they put her up against.
Liv Morgan.
I was about to say, well, Dub, you're in luck because your most despised wrestler got slapped in the face with a nice hard glass of milk. Nikki Bella came back, went on a
Milk makes
thing,
strong bones.
butchering
Strong
butchering
boner.
names, very Hulk Hogan like brother. She might as well came out.
Stephanie
brother.
Vaser, yeah.
Stephanie Vacker. I think she said Stephanie Vacay. I was like,
Yeah, some shit like that.
who is these niggas? I don't know. Hit that one, wise man. But
Like, isn't she Hispanic?
I know, right?
Like, what are we doing?
Her Spanish sounded worse than Trick Williams. Bodiquar. I can't even not roll my R. It's hard. Stephanie Vacker. Yeah, R.
Like she part of those like Phoenix Hispanics who voted for Trump.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
They're
A
like,
lot of-
we're not them.
A lot of
But
Valley
you
girls
are,
in the
though.
Valley in Phoenix.
But you are
Spent a
though.
lot of time there. She's a Scottsdale original, brother. But she came out and just started butchering names, talking about all the girls in the back she's so happy and proud of. And she's like, I want to be a part of this, and I want to beat each and every one of you like you're my husband. And
Damn.
then I was like, man, someone please stop this. And the answer to my prayers comes storming down, all 5 foot, I don't know, 3 of her, Liv Morgan. And she came out like a fucking rocket. And I'm like, oh shit.
She went full crash out.
And I loved it. I think to quote Dub, well, no, I'll let Dub quote himself. But I was like, yeah, I'm with this. I loved every bit of it. And she told her off. It was my favorite thing. It was like, you know what? You suck. You this, you that. You're back here. You ain't mentioned my name. She said, I didn't do it on purpose. Bitch, shut up. I was the first was it Ultimo Blood Money champion.
Right.
I held the belt all of last year. I put the company on my back. Don't disrespect me, son. And she said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. She said some shit. She said, you know what? You talking about some shit that don't concern you. I had the belt. I'm a champion right now. And you know what I got that you don't? A man.
That I don't have to beat into submission.
Yeah, she's like that. That's Rhea's job. And then, you know what? I think there was a little sass. She did a little bit of sass mouth in her, and she got dealt with. Oblivion. Fantastic.
It was so
Great
phenomenal.
segment, guys. Great segment. The only
And what
thing
was so
I'm
great
missing,
about
though-
it was the follow up because like she clearly came back there after that match, and Roxanne was like, "Hey," and Liv was just like, she had it up to here with all of this shit. So she walked out there just in full crash out mode, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this look before. This don't end well. This don't end well." And Nikki's husband seen that look before too. Don't end well.
Poor guy.
Don't end well. Yeah, go
it's
do your
men's
Google.
mental
She
health
beat the
month.
shit out of that man.
It must have been
Men's
pretty
mental
bad.
health month.
It is, and I
While
I
saying,
stand
"You're
with
gonna
that
ruin
brother.
My career.
I stand
It
with
was
that
very
brother.
Hulk Hogan-esque.
Get
It was
all
very
the money you can out of her.
Terry-esque.
I don't know where she getting $8,000 a month, but you get it. Get
Damn.
all of that money from her.
Oh,
Damn.
she owned the rights to Total Divas.
Oh, then you're not asking for enough, my brother.
I was like, that was theirs.
Yeah,
He was eating good.
get
man, with
get
Ryan
50 a
Seacrest's
month like
mom.
Jimmy Butler's baby mama, but just don't cry broke later. Get some financial managers too. Shout out to BA.
He works for Dance with the Stars. He's okay.
That show's
That's
still
how he
on.
pulled. That's how he pulled her. She
Oh, I
was
know.
rebounded from John and whoever else. Then he was
Yeah,
like,
she was rebounding
he
from
was just
John.
minding
Then
his
he said,
business. She
"My
was like,
hips don't
oh,
lie." No, Shakira. I get it.
he was just dancing, and she was like, I got my next victim.
He said, "Boom, boom, 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 boom."
A bop, a bop, a bop. And she was like, oh, you're gonna put a baby in me.
And then I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
And she was riding up like, John. He's like, huh? All I want to do is play dancing.
Bop, bop, bop.
Never mind. I was gonna say something crazy. Leaving that
So
woman
that
alone.
being said, fellas, be careful who you dance with.
That's right. 'Cause you
Don't
might
dance
get
with
up-
the devil in the pale moonlight. Shout out to Jack Nicholson.
I mean, but if a devil's kiss come your way, you gonna
Accept.
take it? So I'm
Press
just
A
kidding.
to accept.
Ah, yeah.
But all right. So Nikki Bella aside, let's talk about her ex, the never before seen 17, John Anthony Felix Cena himself, comes out there. I don't remember shit he said because I didn't really care. I knew he was just trying to get a date off of his book so he could finally
He
be
said
done
the
with
truth.
us. Because I think he
said the
kind of
truth
hates
is
us.
Here. You
Oh,
guys
yeah,
are
all of that.
hypocrites. The truth is all in your face. And I was like, I loved all that.
Yeah, don't remember any of it. But then Phil Brooks
Like
came
that.
out there, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing this." And boy, he said, "You can pick any of those 18 dates left, and I'm gonna take that belt off you, you bitch ass nigga." That's what I heard.
Close
And then John
caption.
did the most heel thing of this entire run, and said, "I'm gonna make you follow me to Saudi." Part of what sucks about this is that they can't really dive into it on mic without pissing off the Saudi government, but it's there. CM Punk
yeah.
is somebody who was like, he has called out the WWE time after time after time after time. I think he coined the term blood money before we started saying it on the pod. And he hates the fact that he said he would never do those shows. And John was like, yeah, I'm going to make you the hypocrite that I know you've always been. And I'm going to make you follow me to Saudi to come get your shot at this belt. Oh,
That's some top tier heel shit.
That's the best heel shit he's done this entire run. And it's unfortunate that they can't really talk about it because then CM Punk might talk about his real feelings. And the next thing you know,
that's what they said.
$10 million check gone.
CM Punk gonna mess around and get himself replaced with the Miz.
Someone who he's called out for accepting the blood money. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's all there. There's so much there that they can't bite at that apple. So you got to be really inside baseball to know how much Phil Brooks hates the Saudi government. Yeah. I dare you guys to do it because you got the money. Just do it.
You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it.
And CM Punk, I'm just gonna tell you this. Tread lightly, my brother. They will kill you over there.
Damn. That's crazy.
They will. And you're in their country.
Yeah, we're just gonna sprinkle some silence in there and let Dub stay on his own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they won't kill you over there?
I don't know.
He ain't leaving the WWE security.
They'll kill him there.
You think so?
Do you think so?
What? Yes.
Oh,
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I don't think.
Isn't it like
worse? They probably take a shit on his chest.
They create weather over there. They ain't got time for Phil Brooks.
Yeah, they over there playing God. You think they won't kill somebody who talk bad about the government? What are we talking about right now?
You opened up the door for that. So
they've kidnapped journalists for decades.
But they love WWE.
You think they won't kill some guy from Chicago?
Some guy.
Especially when Little Dirk is off the streets and they ain't got to worry about the YNs flying over there led by Little Dirk. And they already got the Orange Man in their pocket because they gave him a plane.
Yeah, I think CM Punk survives though.
I do too.
That's a cult
I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
Proceed with caution. See what I did there?
Yeah, I think that was really really evil. And I was like, what's coming up next? I was like, oh, it's not SummerSlam. That would be fantastic. I was like, oh, I think it's gonna be in Saudi. And then
you're like, oh. Oh,
It
CM
is
Punk has to
offending.
violate his values and lose a title match at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Ew.
So the discussion is worth having and warranted. Promo, like good guy promos from CM Punk. I don't like them.
They don't bother me.
I hated it. I'm like, hey, you cheated, and you beat the best of us in Cody Rhodes. I'm the voice of the voiceless. Like, I don't like any of this. I need CM Punk to be just mad. I love mad curmudgeon CM Punk fired up with something in his craw when he's talking about all the things. He started off with a nice little jab about The Rock and such and so forth. But yeah, I didn't like the appealing to guys, and that just never does it for me from CM Punk.
As someone who's always been angry, Punk's always been a good guy to me.
Oh yeah,
as an eternal curmudgeon.
Yes, but I need more of that curmudgeon, less of like I need the up grandpa at the beginning of the movie, not at the end.
You want less hero talk out
I
of
got
Punk.
feelings and my wife died. I need him to just be like, man, fuck this shit. Get off my lawn. I got like 852 balloons tied to my house. That's my CM Punk.
So I think your issue is because like I don't think the promo's that much different. I think just the entire presentation is now Punk's the hero in everybody's story. When back in the day he was just a hero in his own story, but you agreed with him. Because I don't think the promo's that much different. He's still talking about how much he hates John, and like he's always hated John.
That's fine, but it is hypocritical to say because it has less sting to me when he's saying you cheated. CM Punk, you've cheated plenty of times.
But he said that. He said, I see what that title did to you because I know what it did to me for a whole summer. He's like, but I got to take it off of you.
Like, and I got to become a I didn't mind that part. But again, that was the meat
all the parts is there because like he's not coming at that title.
That the soggy bread that was the Cody Rhodes is the best of us. You should, I mean, you don't have to just like full. I don't know. I just don't like full on babyface actions from CM Punk, and the words just feel hollow to me. I like him being a jackass. Like, still just be a jackass. Either way, but then you could be like, you cheated on him. You cheated him, and he's the best guy you got. And again, now you're dealing with me. That's it. You ain't got to. He's the best of us. He did not deserve that. I don't want to see that shit. That don't do it for me.
I think you're blowing up that line a little too much.
Yeah,
he said
it's just it really irked you. I could tell.
He said it twice.
He said it once.
No, he said it twice. He mentioned.
I heard him say it once.
He mentioned him being the best of us, and then he also went. Well, again, not him saying the line twice, but he said that, and because you're saying I'm harping on one thing. He then went and said, "Oh, you cheated," and then like it just was like, ugh, who cares? Like, just tell him how you're mad that he cheated you, and you deserve it, and he's a piece of shit. Keep it there. I don't need you appealing to the crowd. That's what I don't like about the CM Punk thing. I think CM Punk naturally caters to the crowd. Or
see, I don't think he was appealing to the crowd. I think he was appealing to John. He was saying, I heard you say I'm sorry because you knew what you had to do to cheat to get that. And you had to cheat to beat the best of us. Like, and that's what that does to you because it did it to me for a whole summer. But because, again, I hate you so much, I'm going to take that off of you at one of your next 18 dates. You pick one. And then John was like, you got to sacrifice all your beliefs. Follow me to Saudi, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. Either way, it didn't do it for me. But I'm happy. I'm happy I worked for you. So
we got a couple of weeks left of CM Punk and Cena promos now, though. So
we have a couple of weeks left of CM Punk promos.
Yeah, we got two. CM Punk is gonna, literally, he's gonna say something.
John not showing up again until Saudi.
Like, I gotta save these dates. It's only 16 left. One is gonna be maybe the go home show. Maybe if you're lucky, and that's next week. It's only 2 weeks before
Damn, these PLEs come back to back
Yeah.
quick.
like cook crack. So, whatever. It wasn't my favorite, but that's fine. And then we had Seth come out there and interrupt some shit. What are your thoughts about that? Because this to me spoke volumes. This and the last thing that we need to get to spoke volumes to me. So I'm curious how y'all receive Seth coming out there, inserting himself in the mix once again.
To me, it spoke to everything around. He's gonna want that title versus the world heavyweight title, of course. But it makes me think about the upcoming draft and whenever they're gonna have that, because by Seth going after that belt is a SmackDown belt, technically speaking, if we're gonna talk about where these belts belong and all that kind of stuff. Sure. So for Seth to come out there like that, it opens up. I don't want to see him go after Gunther, honestly. We've seen it. As far as
that solidified it. So
right.
That's the thing. So, but if we're talking about it, Seth came out there, and I was like, okay, that's a show. That's a show as he should. And then Jay has the thing tonight. He probably is going to cash in on Jay tonight, or cash in, or at least at the very end, show up and be a distraction for Jay to lose, or something. Who knows? Just like whatever.
That's what I was thinking at first.
He didn't bother. He didn't send a goon. He didn't send a messenger pigeon. He didn't give a fuck. He said, guess what? I want that universal thing. I want that undisputed thing. And completely ignored that shit. Like, whatever y'all doing, whatever. I want power. And now, me and Trips, we a two-man power trip. I'm getting that belt from John. I'm reinserting myself again. Seth Rollins is the guy that's knocking on the door when you getting it all the way in. Hey, open it. Get out of here, buddy. He's like,
let me in.
Let me in.
He's my man's from Temptation Island. What was it? France? Yeah, just put his hand up.
Let me in. But yeah, he's like, look, I'm fly. I'm the DJ. I play the music. Let me get in. Let me get some of that action. Versus,
can I give you guys a hot take here? I think it was all a pump fake. I think he's cashing in on Sammy. I 1000% think Sammy's winning that King of the Ring, and I think Sammy's going to get his moment at SummerSlam, and is going to last as long as Rey Mysterio's last championship reign, which was 2 minutes.
And then you know what that leads to. If you're all right, what does it lead to, Doug?
It leads to the Tribal Chief returning.
Oh, who cares about that? No.
And you get Team Seth versus Team Roman.
Who cares about that? I don't like that at all. That's a horrible take.
Survivor Series.
I hate that. How? Because that means you gotta have.
That's 3 months of booking.
Yeah, that's gross. I don't like that at all.
Give me the pen.
Yep, I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about Roman. I don't care about Akuma. I don't care about Street Fighter.
Yeah, you do.
You care about Akuma. Come on. The Dark Hado. Come on now.
Perfect.
No. But I will say for sure,
I think Seth definitely cashes in on Sammy at SummerSlam.
If that would make my day if he's pump faking this whole time and he kind of just inserting himself that way. And Gunther loses his title for the 3rd time at a pay-per-view to Sammy or Jay. 2nd time Sammy beat him. Oh, I would love that. And then he gets cashed in on. And then right there and he's walking back, and he's just in tears, in shambles.
Get speared by Goldberg.
No, he's walking back, and you know who's just sitting there in the background?
Carrying Cross.
Goddamn right. Perfect. I need it. I need it. And it just makes Sammy snap. And then now you got evil Sammy again. And then you end up at WrestleMania, probably Sammy versus Jay. Oh,
That's if Cross is still there. The rumor is they have not offered him a new deal yet. Contract's up in August.
When is
SummerSlam's in the beginning of August. But if they're gonna let Cross walk, he definitely does not make the SummerSlam card or anything close to it or around it.
I think ye of little faith, the faith of a mustard seed. We can do it.
Yeah.
This
I got the
podcast
faith of a
is so
mustard seed.
powerful.
It's just gonna keep growing. I'm
Yeah.
all in on this Karrion Cross run. I've been a Karrion Cross day
give it
one
your
guy.
Energy, Dub. It's like a spirit bomb. Give Karrion your energy.
See, I've been a Karrion Cross guy since day one. Never have I
You're
wavered
lying.
on Karrion
Cut it
Cross.
out.
The lies. That's man. He said that with a straight face. Women out there, if you haven't been listening to this podcast,
Whoa, chill out.
Dub.
Whoa, chill out.
Oh,
Chill out.
sorry.
Chill out.
What were we talking about? Yeah, Jey Uso, champion no more.
6 weeks.
We shocked.
Damn. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Oh,
Yes,
you
and
hedging your bets. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Dub,
No, I do agree with BA. We definitely thought he was like dropping this title sooner than later.
Right.
But on a Monday Night Raw,
That part.
the
Unceremoniously.
Doom-
With his son by his side.
I ain't gonna hold you. With his son being there, I kind of thought like, yeah, he might drop this belt.
Absolutely.
There's nothing WWE loves more than to embarrass you in front of your family.
Then,
family
now, forever.
Like,
Yes, embarrassing.
they had Drew McIntyre win the world title in front of his wife and then get cashed in on. Like,
Oh gosh.
Come on.
Every time.
You know, if you don't believe me, BA, go ask Rey Mysterio.
Bianca
How many times he
Belair.
get beat up in front of his son until his son started beating him up? Like, what are we talking about?
That's talk about some long-term booking there.
Bianca Belair, Lyra Valkyria in front of her fiance.
Bianca Belair got beat and they were so shocked her dad almost jumped a barricade.
Like, it's crazy. That is a fact. So as soon as I see his son, I was like, oh, it's over.
The only person to not get embarrassed in front of their family in WWE is The Undertaker because he killed his family when he burned their home down, except for his brother Kane.
I had something to say. Won't do it. Your sponsorship could go here.
Be that guy. Be that guy.
Nope.
Cross that thin blue line.
Come on, ride. So, Jey Uso comes out, same gear as Money in the Bank. Jey Uso comes out with his son. Jey Uso comes out, taped ribs. I'm like, oh, they give him a little bit of an out, but let's rock. Gunther comes out and straight to business. They get to going. They swap. This is probably the match that we were expecting for WrestleMania, to be honest. I think the WrestleMania match, we were just happy that Jay got the win. But this match itself was actually good. I think the people who like really wanted to hate on Jay, they're still gonna hate on Jay. But this match was a damn good match, and it reversed the chokes. It was like choke, or reverse your choke of the choke, and then just all types of shit. I was waiting for Jay to hit the Gunther beat your ass 97. That would have been a good touch. But yeah, all the reversal chokes, and then I'm almost dead in the ring, and then I was waiting for any moment for Seth to just pop up to cause a distraction and then cause Jay to get choked out more, and that would have been fine. He did not show. and that led me to believe, oh, he don't give up about this title.
Nope.
And then 1, 2, 3, you can't breathe, and that belt, I was like, oh shit, they did it. Like, well,
Gunther, the
and-
ring general, Gunther.
and there we go.
Elbow Jay in
Jay
oblivion.
stayed back. So 2 things happened that we did not see after this. And I want to get your reactions and kind of your thoughts after this. But Jay stayed back, closed the show out, talked to the people, told them he's so happy, he's so proud to have been champion. He did this in front of his son, and his son gets to see, even though he didn't win, he gets to see him like bounce back like a man. And he said, you guys paid your hard-earned money, so I'm sorry, but I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all listen to your parents. Go this, that. Just really just being the good old great American guy for all these fucking haters. Shame on them. And then conversely,
really hate Jay.
Conversely, the embodiment of all the internet hate just became a entity in the New Day, and they dropped a video of them laughing at Jay and talk about they need to go find Gunther and dap him up or give him a head nod, and how Jay ain't got the juice no more. It's a great like 3-minute video of them backstage just roasting Jay for losing. I was like, these niggas are incredibly good at it being haters. I love it. So with that said, BA, I think you care about this one. You love some hate. Tell me, what was your reaction to Jay losing, and do you think it was the right decision?
My reaction was like once I saw the reversal.
that was it. Man, that's crazy.
I was just like, oh man, that's nuts, and just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Straight to sleep.
Oh man. No, in all seriousness, I was thinking like I was sitting there like there's no way they're gonna let him lose this title in front of his son. There's no way they're gonna let him lose on Raw.
Have you not watched Sasha Banks? And I know
that's old man booking. That's why right, I try to separate the two sometimes. But the amount of reversals, that's what told me like, all right, it's a wrap. Then the fucking elbows to the chest and just all of the abuse that Jay was taking. So I'm
locked it back in.
Right.
Middle ring, I was like, oh yeah, he got him.
And I'm happy that they didn't make Jay look like a bitch when he went out. Like Gunther really had to whoop his ass to take that belt off of him. So they at least made him look strong in the loss. And then they got the excuse of like Jay's been running wild as far as like all these matches he's been having, and he's just taking on all challengers' paws and all that stuff. So I was a little surprised by it, but the right decision for the division of what's going on, it has to be. It was time. I feel bad saying it. It was time. I hate to say it, like, because Jay was more of he wasn't like going to be a champ for a year. He was like a transitional champ. That he got his WrestleMania moment, and then it was time to move on from there. And everybody was just waiting for this moment to happen. Basically, like everybody knew, like, all right, it's a matter of time when he loses his belt. He ain't gonna carry it through SummerSlam. Basically, was the overall consensus that I got from people. So
yeah. Do you agree with that? You agree with that?
Yeah, I have to say I agree, because there's so many players in that division that could be world champ, and then now you insert R-Truth into this as well, because he can go anywhere. He's just running crazy right now. He can just pop up anywhere. Who knows what he's gonna do next? So
hopefully get a haircut.
Oh yeah, he about to look like me in a second. Right. The horns that he had popping off his head.
Ron Mishima.
Right. The division needed Jay to lose that belt, just so they can start to see what new champions and or new champion opportunities look like for people to go up against Gunther. And Gunther was, let's be real, you want Gunther to be your champ. If just as far as look, appearance, character work, all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Rez yawning. He does not agree.
I'm sorry. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm just tired, man. I got a kid. It was hard. I'm sleepy. I want to play fucking Mario Kart. Damn it.
That kid is grown.
That kid is grown at 3:00 in the morning when she finds the time to just be talking. She sounds like a Lil Wayne album at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, come on, dog. What? Would you say? Go to sleep.
Riley.
What? I'm like,
Riley, a baby. Please say the baby.
Where that lean at? Give me that baby lean. Some breast milkies.
Speaking of baby lean, I heard a story recently that there was a daycare center in Michigan that was literally giving kids melatonin patches for them to take a nap.
Oh man, that's like child abuse.
Yeah, never mind.
I was
that's
like,
crazy.
What? They did that?
Yeah, we got to
What?
fight.
I would have been pissed.
What was the color? Let's play that game.
I don't know. I didn't ask too much.
Yeah,
We were
did
just having a
research.
staff meeting.
What part of Michigan?
I was in the
Is that
Metro
a
Detroit
give you-
area.
Oh yeah, you know that
That's
was.
Anyway, yeah, that's crazy. Don't be disrupting my child's endocrine system because you want to fucking break, bitch. I'll kill you. Go.
Crazy.
Woo. I can't even say it, but I want to say it. But moving right along, I can't agree with you, BA. Maybe because it sounds like you're influenced by the wave and not like and maybe that's how you actually feel. I don't know.
Wave after wave.
I
Wave
do
after
agree
wave.
that technically we were counting down the days till Jay's championship reign was over. But if you were going to do that, I don't like them going back to Gunther. It's very much like them doing a reset, taking the belt off Shinsuke, going back to LA Knight for him to lose to somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's just it just doesn't feel right to me because Gunther, again, such a dominant champion. Now, if he loses it within a couple months, that's stupid. And it doesn't make him look like a better champion, much like LA Knight didn't look like a better. You can do some other stuff with Gunther and have him like challenge the other guy. That would have been fun. Or have Jay lose it, maybe to the King of the Ring. Or have like I don't know. You said all these different contenders and whatnot. Have them lose it to one of those contenders or something. But going back to Gunther in this way, just it kind of makes me question. Well, then you're gonna either do the Sammy thing, or you're gonna have all these other contenders that now don't have a belt because we're not expecting Gunther to lose it anytime soon. And if he does, it kind of feels stupid. Whereas Jay had felt necessary or like inevitable. I should say not necessary, but inevitable. Dub, any contribution to this? Do you agree with me or do you agree with BA, or are you somewhere in the middle?
I'm somewhere in the middle. I do agree we were counting down to this. No one was counting down to it as much as the wise man was, but we were all kind of counting down. I wanted to see Jay hold his title to SummerSlam and defend it against Sammy. To have Sammy get that W and then get cashed in on by Seth Rollins. I still think Sammy's going to get the W at SummerSlam and get cashed in by Seth Rollins.
So fire.
But I wanted it to be against Jay.
Yeah.
Because I think you could have had a better story there of next pay-per-view, it's Seth versus Sammy and Jay. And like there's meat on that bone there.
Hell, before that, you got Sammy, who's the King of the Ring, now realize I got to go against my brother.
Yes.
But to be who I want to be. And then you get Karrion Kross kind of talking in his ear saying, you finally did it.
So much you
are
can do
the
there.
person that you wanted to be. Now, what are you gonna do to win? And then you see him have a chance to maybe do something heelish, but maybe he doesn't. And him and Jay are putting on a match, and then he beats Jay, and
So
the
much to it.
elation that goes through Sammy, and we go crazy. Oh, he won! Oh shit! And then all that music go.
But I have been thinking past couple of days,
That would have been so good.
Um,
That's way better. That's a
and, like-
that's 2 night SummerSlam worthy.
100%.
They fucked
And,
it
like,
up already.
I've been thinking the past couple of days, and it kind of solidified it when you sent that video in the chat of the New Day,
Whoa, what is it?
of the New Day hating on Jey Uso,
Oh, got it.
not of them turning the page.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Let the whole thing play right there.
Had to let the whole clip out on that one. But continue.
But like after seeing that video of Xavier Woods contending for the Kendrick Lamar Hater of the Year awards,
That was crazy.
what?
Continue.
I don't know. Anyways, Xavier and Kofi contending for the Kendrick Lamar Hater of the Year award. I think it's time to get the Usos back together. I think it's time to reopen the penitentiary. As crazy as that sounds.
I was thinking that.
Because
but I was like, man, I
the
really
Raw
want-
Tag
I
Team
want Big
division
Jim to do his thing.
is
It's
the New Day,
atrocious.
the Viking Raiders, maybe Alpha Academy, and Finn Balor and JD McDonough. It's time to get the greatest tag team of all time, the Usos, back in there. Can you imagine
That'd be, yeah.
these
kinda needed.
Usos, the Yeet Master and Big Jim versus the New Day? Like
New
the-
Day rocks.
the promos
New
write
Day
themselves.
this. New Day. that.
Xavier Woods telling the Usos to get on their knees and thank God for the New Day, and Jey Uso being like, "Nah, I seen what you did when people on their knees. I'm good." Promos write themselves. The matches are fire. I've seen one of them in person. Unreal. The matches.
Okay.
Seen the other stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's time to reopen the Uso Penitentiary, get the Black Forces back out. And that's why I think they might have pulled this trigger.
You might be right, but I don't know what it's gonna take to do it. I mean, technically, them talking shit about them would do it, and I think that's how it's gonna happen. Either they keep jumping Jay until he needs Big Jim, or something like that. I wouldn't be mad at it, but or they
Yeah,
could
because
just,
like let's be real. How much does Jimmy have to do left on SmackDown? Like now that the bloodline
lot.
is in shambles,
He
because-
needs a solo title run with that U.S. title, but he ain't getting it from Jacob Fatu. So
exactly.
they did, that was a stopgap. They messed up.
Speaking
there.
of that Dipset title, has Shinsuke been to work since LA Knight took it off him the second time around?
Nah.
Yeah, he was in the qualifier match.
Oh, he did have a qualifier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are. I thought I was the one with the bad memory. BA just be agree with. Yeah, that's true. He ain't work.
I ain't seen that
We ain't never seen
qualifier
that.
match.
Okay, so wait.
I
So-
don't watch SmackDown ever. Like I never see a live SmackDown.
Well, BA need to start watching SmackDown. We are a wrestling podcast.
Look, no.
But yeah, I
Thanks,
promise you, there's not
No.
that much women's wrestling on SmackDown.
YouTube got me.
I mean, if it did,
It's the
you
only
might
tube you're
see
watching?
it,
Probably
but
not.
you don't. I ain't watching that. What did you watch? The title screen? SmackDown. All right, good enough. We did it, right? What did you watch? Literally just SmackDown.
Smack-
The
Damn.
screen said SmackDown. I watched SmackDown,
I did.
and then I went about my
Oh.
Friday
And
night.
here's the kicker: he was watching the screen of SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain on PS2.
Oh shit!
Just
Well,
waiting for it to
Trish.
load. Like, they're coming out tonight. Like, yeah. All right, turn that shit off.
He's just watching old SmackDown entrance videos. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. Live.
Oh,
Hi.
oh my God.
Yeah. Why is that? Shout out to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, he has some bangers.
He did.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like there's a pause in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Just have to say
somewhere. I don't know where, but outside of that, let's do y'all want to talk NXT this week? Yay or nay? I'll leave it up to y'all.
Laney Reed was looking good.
it.
That was disgusting.
Are we serious?
That was disgusting.
Oh.
That was disgusting. Trick Williams looks reinvigorated.
Big facts.
I really want Elijah
We just
to
doing
reference
Cliff
his
Notes?
brothers.
Yeah, let's do Cliff Notes and then we getting out of here. What else can I say? Ren Sinclair. Shout out.
Worker.
I hope so. I mean, yeah.
Talking about that work.
Never do Rihanna again. No. What else is it of note? The
Sean Spears is still mid.
I was gonna say the big nigga bash.
Oh yeah, the main event.
Big nigga bash.
Jasper
Yeah.
Troy, they got one.
That's your next Oba once Oba leaves, man.
Well, if you're Sean Archer, I guess I'm Jasper Troy.
All he's missing is 2 Golden Desert Eagles.
Face. He gonna pull Oba's face off and put it on his.
And then
Or
the
no,
doves are
that's-
going to
that's gonna
fly
be
back
Oba's
in the
assignment.
background.
Yes, like because Jasper Troy, you know he's some type of psychopath. He just walks around with a big ass chain on, doing like rocker shit. Like he looks like a psychopath. He's definitely one of those guys that if I wasn't nice to in high school, I'd be worried. So I'm like,
Jasper, why'd you do that to Oba to jeopardize your title match? Because Oba's a warrior. I know he's going to be out there.
what does that
I'm
mean?
counting on it. Look at this chain.
Right, look at these chains.
My beard don't connect.
He looked like me on roids. Or on roids and ham sandwiches at the same time. Like,
Right. Not lifting,
on and
just-
off cycle.
Just shooting and eating. That's it.
So you heard it first, guys. E-Red's going to go get the height and like lengthening surgery, do roids.
How tall is he?
I think he's like 6'6".
I mean, I could play him in a movie.
I think it looked like an
not sure.
offensive tackle. Calling him the blind side. He is huge.
He just he wears black denim and walks around with a chain and locks. This nigga is scary. He just and he got the same beard as me. I can't connect my beard. And he just walks around. I was like, that's terrifying with locks and it's like it's almost like I know y'all seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm sure we've covered that several times on this podcast.
I have it on DVD.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. She'll notice me. He looks like my Mr. Hyde. Like if I'm Dr. Jekyll, it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to drink this experiment juice. And then I'll just rip his
Jasper
glass
Troy
off,
is E-Ray
and then a
after
chain.
being hit with gamma rays.
Yeah, like a chain just grows out of my skin. Black nigga with a chain. Yeah, that's me. So yeah, the big nigga bash was fantastic.
Oh man! So for the next Incredible Hulk movie, we got to get E-Ray cast into it, and then we got to get Jasper Troy as Hulk E-Ray.
Like Lou Ferrigno. I'd be like, you won't like me when I'm niggerish.
And some white man says, "Well, what's the difference? He's a nigger before, he's a nigger now."
Then you rip him in half.
Right. The long way.
Right.
That nigger killed him the long way.
What was the name? Because it can't be Hulk for copyright infringement. So what would it be? question?
I got nothing. I was
E-Rager.
trying to think of some.
Surprise. BA.
I got nothing.
The E-Rager.
I'm not creative here.
Yeah, E-Rager. Your E-Ray. That's
Rager.
E-Rager. There it is.
Rager. The Incredible Rage. What is that? That in the E-Rage. I just be squeezing people's head till they pop. That would be fun. It would literally be like a video game version, or excuse me, a movie version of an accurate version of the Doom video games, of how powerful you feel. Like you just.
Are you saying the movie version isn't accurate?
No, it's nothing like any of the Doom video games. I wish
It
they
went
would
first
make a
person.
separate.
Come on.
I wish they would make a separate video game like the movie, like Street Fighter. It'd be Doom, the movie, the game, the movie. Like what is this? Like Inception.
Speaking of Street Fighter the movie, are you guys ready to see Akuma versus Blanca, played by Roman Reigns and Jason Momoa, respectively?
The Momoa.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
with Walter Grogan standing in the background as Uncle Baby Billy Bison.
I got Goggin goggles.
That was crazy to me seeing that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I can't see him. I was like, he have to get real buff, and he's not big enough.
Just put on the Bison suit, that one that Raul Julia wore, that they inflated, or like that shit like shocked him back to life.
What's wrong, Colonel? You seem to be afraid of my electromagnetism. It powers everything in this facility. The screens. It powers my hover chair. And it powers me.
That's an actual line in that movie. I haven't seen it. We gotta watch this movie.
Can we just do a watch along for that?
And then the flash kick, and then Bison hits the screens, and then the clearly voiced over guy with voice saying, "Bison, you're off the air." I love that movie so much.
Oh,
and its terribleness.
We're doing it. Come on. I was ready to do it last weekend. We're doing that at some point. Just put it on. Come on. Oh, we got to figure it out. But other than that, shit. I don't nothing.
Remember when they explained to Zangief that they're the bad guys?
Oh,
we're bad guys?
Oh, I'm not with this shit. I'm Russian. Start power bombing the niggas.
Oh, wait. Do you remember when they were watching Zangief and Honda fight, and someone just piped in Godzilla as they were destroying New Bisonopolis? Yes, Bisonopolis is a city that Bison wanted to start after he took over the world.
I don't remember Bisonopolis as Street Fighter Championship Edition at all.
You didn't unlock that board?
Nope.
It's when the title card comes on Championship Edition, and then it scrolls up to the building.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Bisonopolis.
Okay.
You pushed the button before you got to the top.
So it's like Biff's Casino and Back to the Future.
Exactly.
Do you remember Dalsim at the end of the movie where he was bald because he had been thrown into this vat of chemicals that just burned all his hair off? And now his clothes disappeared and he had the chains on to make him look like the video game. We just had to ignore the fact that he was a slave for the entire fucking movie.
That is a good point.
I hate it. This movie just keeps making it into this podcast. I don't want this to be a thing.
Do you remember you could play as a Bison Trooper in the video game?
No, because I did not. I had it for like two days. I rented it for a weekend. It was the most disappointing weekend. I was going to my friend's house, our friend that everyone that would sleep over his house, and I was like, oh, I got this game. The only other time I've been that disappointed with a rental game would have been when I rented War Gods on Nintendo 64. I was like, this game is ass. I thought it was gonna be good. Or maybe Eternal Champions, which also was not a good game.
Oh, Eternal Champions. I remember that terrible ass fighting game.
The theme was hard as fuck, but that's it. Coincidentally, they used the theme for that to make East
Yup.
Eternal 1999. East
Correct.
1999 Eternal.
That
Shout
is
out to Bone
facts.
Thugs and Harmony.
Remember when Chun-Li broke out of her strength? She said,
No.
"Yatai!" And then she threw this flying kick, and they put the sound effect in there of like an actual jet. And then Bison locked her,
No.
Ryu, Ken,
No.
Honda, and Balrog in the little thing, and then was laughing as he put the gas in there.
No,
And then they
you're gonna
slowly
watch-
panned
no,
away
stop
his
it.
face to his fireplace, which the fire grew
He's a
because of the
sorry
poison.
fat
Yeah.
I'm done with this. It's over. Guys, we hope you have enjoyed this devolving into just streets of madness.
Oh God.
We're going to do this. Please leave us some comments and tell us that y'all want this content. But we're going to do a watch along. I'm getting my TV set up. I don't know how we need to do this, or can we do this, or will it get flagged? I don't know, but I want to watch Street Fighter.
I'll explain
Live.
off the mic how to do it.
Yeah, we got to do this because it's so bad, but I'm sure it'll just be fun. We'll just drop it on. We're just gonna drop it for y'all. Fuck it.
The
Watch it or not.
pose at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I think we should start doing random movie reviews. Some random movie that comes up on the screen or on the pod, and we'll do it. Fuck it.
We got about 5 movies we need to do if that's the case.
Yes, but again, it starts now.
Fair.
Raul
All the
Julia.
RoboCop.
That
Shout out
suit.
to Raul Julia. Guys, this has
And
been
it
another.
powers me.
This has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory, the greatest wrestling podcast that also talks about movies that you've ever heard. And we are
Oh, shout out to Skinny
out of
Blanca.
here. Or maybe we're not.
Oh, no hurt, friend.
I hate that he knows this movie.
Let me
Wise
text.
man, any second now. Let us know. Anytime you just want to just
Oh,
it's like and we
Ken's character